we're going to be putting the front suspension together on the C10 frame. In the last video, you see I put the upper and lower control arms on. In this video, we're going to go ahead and get the spindles, the shocks and springs in, and get all that together. I'm not going to do the rear end. That's going to be a separate video, because what I'm planning to do with that is you saw that I took the cover off and we figured out the gears that's in it. So while I got the rear end out, I'm gonna go ahead and change out the axle bearings and seals and the pinion seal, just to be on the safe side. So I just want to get all that taken care of before I put the rear end back in. So it'll be a separate video of me actually putting the springs and shocks on the rear and getting the rear end in. And also part of the rear end, I'm gonna put the caliper brackets on it, so I gotta pull the axles out. So that's why that's gonna be a separate video. But this video, just like I said, it's gonna be focusing on the front suspension, getting the springs and shocks on, getting the spindles on, and getting that taken care of. So, as usual, I'll come back to the video when we get up to the shop. Parts to rebuild the steering linkage. So, because I'll get started with that. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and start taking this steering linkage apart. It's kind of cold in the shop, so what I'll do is I'll just take everything off. Since I'm not replacing this bar, I'll separate everything from this bar and paint this bar, and while it's drying, I'll take the tie rods and tie rod ends to my house and put them together. Alright, so I got the tie rods off and the idle arm off also. And what I'm about to do now is I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up with the wire wheel a little bit and go ahead and paint it. Alright, so I got this thing all cleaned up, and I was looking for a place to hang it up so I can spray paint it. And this is what I came up with. I got it hanging off the garage door. So hopefully it doesn't pull the garage down. It's not on there very good, I can tell you that. So, alright, let me go ahead and get this paint on this thing so I can get it drying, and we can finish up the rest of the tie rod ends. Alright, all painted. Let's see how that dries. And like I said before, it's getting a little cold in the shop, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the tie rod ends and stuff together at my house, and we'll come back up to the shop and finish up the rest of the video. So I just brought the steering linkage back to my house, and I'm gonna put it together right here, and I'll take it back up there. And that way I won't waste any time. So let me go ahead and start laying this out and put it together. I already took my measurements and everything, so I know exactly how long to put the tie-in rods and stuff, how to adjust them basically. All right, I'll come back to the video when I got this stuff out of the plastic. All right, so I got the tie-in rods together. They went together pretty easy. I just had to clean the threads out and put some lubrication on them as I was twisting them in. So I had to twist it in with some lubrication, twist it back out, clean the threads off, and then twist it back in. And it's just from the paint being on the threads, that's what caused it to get kind of binded up a little bit and not twist in like it's supposed to. So, but they're in, they're adjusted to the right lengths, and I just got to put it on the other bar and put the idle arm on it, and the steering part would be done. Okay, getting ready to put this front end together. As you see, I still don't have the bump stocks in. I've tried several different approaches and everything I could to try to get those things in, and nothing seems to work. So I got tired of messing around with it, and I'll just come back to it. But let's go ahead and finish putting the front end together. Alright, so I got the spring and the spindle right here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this side together, passenger side, and get that all together, and then I'll time lapse me putting the driver's side together just so that this video won't be too long. Alright, so change of plans. Because I have to jack up the bottom of this control arm, and there's no weight on the frame. It just pushes the whole thing up. So I'm just gonna go and get all of them in place, or not all of them, get both of them in place, and see if I can get someone to assist me by sitting on the frame or figure something else out in order to get this control arm jacked up so it can go to the top, to the upper control arm. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the driver's side in and get ready for that. All right, so I still don't have enough weight on the frame to get it. What I did is I strapped this engine to the frame, and it's still trying to lift up the whole thing. So I'm gonna see if I can get somebody to sit on the frame. So we use that plus the weight of the engine and see if we can get it up a little bit. But I need it to come up just a little bit more. So, all right, I'll come back to the video once I get it. All right, so attempt number 3. I backed my truck up in here, and what I'm gonna do is strap the frame to my truck down here, and there's no way this thing should lift the back of my truck up. So let's go ahead and get this configured. All right, so that worked. I was able to get enough on it to get the capsule net on it. So I guess I'll go ahead and do the other side while I still got the truck in here, and I'll come back to the video once I get the other side in and get the truck out of here. Okay, in that time lapse, not sure if you paid attention or not, but you could see where the back of the frame was trying to come up as I was jacking up the front. So that's a little bit what I was dealing with. So frame is actually off center a little bit. Let me go and put it back on those wheels evenly, and I'll come back to the video. All right, everything's together now. Spindles are on, springs are on, steer linkage is on. I just need to go and tighten up everything. So, but everything is together. Just gotta tighten it up. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I've been buying things that I didn't know that was included in the kit. So what I'm gonna do now, since I got all this stuff together, only thing I need to do now is torque down everything. I can't torque down everything because I don't have the right sockets for these. And I done bought like 3 or 4 sockets and still don't have the right size. So I'm gonna have to get that, and I'll just go through off camera one day and go ahead and tighten and torque everything down. But what I'm about to do now is go through all my parts and see if I have what I need is the shock ears. What people do is they put like little ears, a double thing that goes here to kind of go on the inside and the outside of the shock to kind of give it a second point, or second anchor point basically. And I thought maybe that would be in the kit. So I'm just gonna go through and look at everything in the kit, everything that I had that came in the drop kit. And if I don't have them, I'm gonna go ahead and order them. So I just don't wanna order stuff if it's already included in the kit. And just like I said, I have a lot of boxes I have to go through. So, all right, I'll come back to the video. All right, so I'm back at the house now. You saw we got the front end together, the springs on, the steering linkage, got all that put together. You saw I was actually struggling. I saw in videos where you actually had to have some weight on it, but I didn't think it was gonna be that bad. But compressing those springs, I had to have a lot of weight on it, as you saw. I had to end up strapping it to my truck and compressing it that way. So off camera, before I left the shop, I actually torqued down the control arms. I found my uncle actually had a 36 millimeter, and I got that and torqued down the control arms. I still need to go and tighten up the castle nuts on all of the steering linkages and on the spindles. So I have to do that, and I'll do that before the next video. Also, I have to basically take a look through all of my stuff, which I did, but I have some stuff here as well that I need to check. I'm not exactly sure everything that the drop kit came with, and just like I said before, I bought a lot of duplicate things, and you can't really sell the duplicate things. I'm wasting a lot of unnecessary money right now in duplicate things. So I'm just going to take my time and make sure I have every single thing that I need and only order the stuff that I don't need. So thanks for watching. Click on that subscribe button if you haven't. In the next video, we should be tearing into the rear end and basically getting that all together to go into the frame. Thanks for watching. Click that subscribe button, click that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.